On Wednesday, Gwen shared a new shot from the special day. This one showing her and Blake posing with her 3 sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo. She laughed, saying her cool points were going up a little bit with the kids, and Mom definitely approved of the boys' tuxedos. Meanwhile, Blake joked about getting all made up for her, mentioning that he had just gotten back to Los Angeles. But behind the smiles, whispers began to swirl. The real reason Gwen Stefani hates Blake Shelton's ranch. When Blake talked about meeting Gwen, he described it as pure magic and instant connection, calling her a pretty magical person. Yet, as he and others spoke about love and connection, there were also moments of raw emotion, confusion, anger, and brokenness, feelings that came to define their relationship struggles. This was the image the world fell in love with, a 1,300-acre Oklahoma paradise where the king of country and the queen of pop fell in love, got married, and were supposed to build a forever life together. The location of the wedding held deep significance for Blake and Gwen's 3 boys. Blake spent quality time with Gwen's family at the Oklahoma estate, calling it wonderful and special. But what if this paradise was actually a prison? What if the biggest secret of Blake Shelton's ranch is that Gwen Stefani hates it? According to insiders, this isn't just a home. It's the very thing tearing their marriage apart. This is the story of the LA queen and the Oklahoma prison she couldn't escape, the real reason they are living separate lives. In an interview celebrating their 3rd wedding anniversary, the couple seemed happy and grateful. "That is so beautiful," the interviewer said. "The pictures are so cute." Blake smiled, teasing Gwen about her camera work. The moment seemed lighthearted. But later, Gwen admitted to being anxious and insecure, struggling with writer's block until a friend challenged her, saying, "What you waiting for, Gwen Stefani?" That push inspired one of her most iconic songs. Still, behind the music and smiles was a deeper story. To understand the rumor, you have to understand the fairy tale. When Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani got together in 2015, it was a story of 2 broken hearts. He was reeling from his divorce from Miranda Lambert, and she was shattered by her split from Gavin Rossdale. Gwen once said it was unbelievable how God placed them in each other's lives at that exact moment. 2 people devastated, finding healing in each other. She recalled Blake walking up to her for the first time looking utterly heartbroken, something she had never seen before. She herself felt lost, driving down Santa Monica Boulevard, crying and asking, "What am I doing right?" Blake, ever the country boy, was the ultimate cowboy, mud on his boots, beer in hand, 100% Oklahoma. Gwen was his opposite, the ultimate LA fashion icon, 100% Hollywood, with platinum blonde hair and red lipstick. The world watched as the cowboy won the heart of the California pop queen, and the symbol of their love became his 10-point ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Together, they were often seen on the ranch, Gwen riding shotgun as her son drove, laughing as they explored their land. She'd take strolls in the dirt, still keeping it rockstar chic in camo pants and hunter rain boots. The pictures and posts painted a perfect picture. Blake taught Gwen how to fish, drive a truck, and even got her into camouflage. She seemed to be trying hard to fit in, to be the perfect country wife. They built a chapel on the ranch and got married there. Blake even built a multi-million-dollar Hawaiian-style mansion to make her feel more at home. The ranch became their brand, the symbol of opposites attracting. He gave her a simpler life and a family. She gave him Hollywood glam. It was perfect, or so everyone thought. But cracks began to show. On a talk show, Gwen joked about being in LA again, saying she had just gotten back, while the host teased her about Oklahoma, imagining her as a glamorous version of Green Acres. Gwen smiled and called the ranch pretty magic, but the reality was different. Nashville insiders began whispering that the ranch wasn't a home. It was the problem. The fairy tale, they claimed, was a lie. The real fight between Blake and Gwen wasn't about music or fame. It was about geography. Gwen is an LA girl through and through. Her life, career, fashion empire, and especially her 3 sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, are all rooted in Los Angeles. Their schools, their friends, and their father Gavin Rossdale are all there. Blake, on the other hand, is Oklahoma to his core. He hates Hollywood, hates LA, and only tolerates it for work. His heart belongs to his ranch. This is where the real problem lies. A source close to Gwen said, "She's a trooper. She tried to be the Oklahoma wife, But she's bored, isolated, and feels like a prisoner. Think about it. Gwen Stefani, used to the best restaurants, fashion shows, recording studios, and the non-stop energy of LA, suddenly finds herself on 1,300 acres in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do but fish. While she was on late-night TV joking about her rural life, insiders said the fights at home were explosive. She would beg Blake to spend more time in LA, and he would, but only for a few days before growing restless, counting the minutes until he could get back to Oklahoma. When Blake left The Voice, he didn't just leave the show. Rumor has it, he left the city. He reportedly told Gwen he was done with Hollywood and moving back to Oklahoma permanently. He gave her an ultimatum: come with me or stay in LA alone. But how could she leave? How could she uproot her children from their schools, their friends, and their father? She couldn't. So, she stayed in LA with her boys, while Blake remained in Oklahoma. This led to rumors that they've been living separate lives for months, connected more by brand than by bond. The ranch, once the symbol of their love, became the wedge that split them apart. Insiders say Gwen always thought the ranch was just a place, that Blake would eventually compromise, that they'd live bi-coastally, spending summers in Oklahoma and the school year in LA. But she was wrong. For Blake, the ranch wasn't just a house, it was a test. He's a country man through and through, and his marriage to Miranda Lambert reportedly failed because she couldn't settle into that lifestyle. When he married Gwen, he wanted to see if this Hollywood superstar could truly change. Could she give up the glam, put on camouflage, and mean it? The ranch was his test, and in his eyes, Gwen failed. A source close to Blake allegedly said, "Blake is simple. He wants a wife who is there. He wants family on his land. He built her a palace, and she still preferred Hollywood." To him, that was the ultimate betrayal. She chose LA over him. To her, he chose a patch of dirt over her and her children. The ranch that was supposed to be their sanctuary became their battleground. And now, as divorce rumors swirl, one question remains: what will happen to the ranch? Blake owns the land, but the mansion they built together and the chapel where they married are marital property. The battle for the ranch is just beginning. What once stood as a symbol of their love now stands as a symbol of their heartbreak and separation.